Yes, villagers, today we're going to be giving you 4 tips to make sure that your child or children is not broke. If you want better for your children, you are in the right place. If you're new to this channel, welcome to our village. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome as well. So, let's get into it. Welcome to Garden of the Mind, where we reduce stress, improve our health and fitness, and improve our financial IQ every episode. As a parent, I don't care who you are, whether you are at the top of society or perceivably at the bottom of society. Every parent wants better for their children. Every parent wants their child to be successful. If only there was a formula that you can follow to make sure that your children were successful. Well, I can't guarantee that here, but I definitely can give you 4 tips to help to steer them along that path. Tip number 1, teach your children to save 10% to 50% of every single penny that they get. So if uncle comes over to the house, smiles, pinches their cheeks, and gives them $1, make sure they save 50% of that. So 50 cents goes in the bank account or in the piggy bank, whatever it is that you have for them, make sure that they get in the habit of saving. Saving is such an important thing because it becomes habitual. It becomes something that is done over time to the point where the kids don't even think about it. They automatically know that 50 or 10% has to be saved. Some of us adults spend our money before we get it. We end up having to go into debt and basically selling our future to pay off our current present. Don't let that be your children. Teach your children to save up for whatever it is that they want, and whatever they accumulate, you as a parent can match it and make sure that they get it. There is nothing wrong with the child wanting. Wanting becomes the motivation that we need in our life to go out and do the things that we need to do so that we can get what it is that we want to get. Don't help your children too much. Help them just enough so that they can get the system that they need, but teach them the practice of striving for it and working hard for it. Tip number 2, create the future by planning for it today. Some say that you cannot predict the future, but I can say that you can predict the future if you prepare for it today. So today's actions establish tomorrow's outcomes. So it's extremely important to put things into practice today so that you can have them tomorrow. Your children need to know that. So in order for them to know that they're going to get a good grade on that exam, they have to know that they have to study and put in the work so that they can get that good grade. Now, I believe that 85% of the future can be planned from today's actions. Now, there's going to be about 15% that's going to just happen, but if you plan for things effectively, most of the time you can pretty much guarantee your future about 85%. Tip number 2, the value of reading. This is so important. Oftentimes when I hear about a child who doesn't like to read, usually it's because reading is not supported in their household. The parents don't read. It's important for us to demonstrate what we want our children to have by us being the example. I hear people say all of the time, well, nobody told me. Well, if you're waiting for people to tell you, you might be waiting a little bit of time. Now, I do my best here on this show to give you as much information as possible, but even the information that you are getting on this show should only be a start. This show should be the beginning of your pursuit of information. They say if you want to keep something from somebody, put it in a book. Well, I completely agree. It's no accident that most of the smartest people that I know, and possibly the smarter people that you know, also are avid readers. That's no accident. All of the things in life are usually found in books. Now we're in this technological era. You have YouTube, you have audio books, you have so many different ways to still get the same information besides actual reading, but you still get the benefit of reading by doing these things. So get some headphones. Let your child listen to books on their way to school, on their way from school, at lunchtime, as they're waiting for something. Make sure that you fill every moment possible instead of it being a time where the children say, I'm bored. this is the perfect time for you to get them some headphones, or for you yourself to sit down with them and read them some books. Reading is so important. Please, I can't underscore the importance of reading. Tip number 4, teach children that good things come through hard work. Oftentimes, if a student can't get something or they're struggling, they want to give up. Giving up is the worst thing that you can do. You have to teach students, or let them get the lesson, that if something is hard, then that means you try harder. Life is not easy, and it never will be. All of the good things and the best things of life come through practice. They come through working hard. And it's only through practice and working hard, then do they come easy. So teach children the value of hard work and accept effort. Things only come with effort. It doesn't come with perfection. So when that effort does come, make sure you celebrate it. Make sure that you continue to recognize it. You cheer, you clap. You are your children's biggest cheerleaders. And this is certainly something that's worth cheering for. Bonus tip, teach children to see the opportunity in every situation. And this is a practice. This is something that does not come naturally, but it does come with practice. So whenever something is not going wrong, point out the things that are going right. Point out to them how every problem creates an opportunity, and every opportunity is a way for you to create a business or for you to make money. So if you reframe the way that you think, instead of complaining about problems, look at how you can solve those problems and teach them how to make a business out of solving the very thing that they complain about. Parenting can be tough because you yourself are not perfect, yet you want to try to raise a perfect child. But the fact that you are not perfect does not mean that you cannot move closer to perfection. So you can strive and you can gain the skills of whatever it is that you need in order for you to pass these things down to your children. So if you yourself are having an issue with finding the silver lining, then develop those things so that you can teach your children. If you yourself at this point don't read, develop those things so that you can foster that type of environment in your home. Whatever skill that you think that you are lacking, don't worry about it. We can still acquire it. We can still practice, and we can still get those skills so that when it's time for us to teach, we can be great teachers and we can really support our children by our action and not just our words. Now, these are just 4 tips that we've come up with to make sure that your children are not broke. If there are other things or practices that you use with your own children, please include that in the comments. The village would absolutely love it, and so will I. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you want to know when I post, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, please click on that notification bell so it notifies you that a new video is here, ready for you with new information to implement into your life and hopefully improve. And remember, thoughts are actions, words have power, and actions have consequences. I'll see you for our Fit Friday portion, where we'll be talking about the importance of your health as a parent and how it affects your child. I'll see you then.